Welcome, I'm the Kaiji no Kami here at Denver Comic Con 2017. I'm here once again with author Corinne O'Flynn. Welcome once again. Are you enjoying yourself?
Oh my God, always. And thank you for having me. Good to see you again.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun last year, so I figured why not?
Yes, absolutely. Totally.
So have you done anything new in the last year?
Yes, actually last year when we met I had published my first book, and now I have 9. I have 4 full-length novels and a bunch of little novellas and a couple of anthologies with short stories in them, so I have expanded over my year, so it's been a busy year.
9 now?
9 titles, yeah.
That's pretty much a book almost every month and a half.
No, well, some of them are short stories, so you write them and then they get published, so a lot of the stuff got published that was written earlier, but yeah, my library has exploded over the past year, which is fantastic. So.
How have the reviews been for them?
Really good, actually. I did an experiment with my most recent release, which was in February. It's a paranormal murder mystery called Ghosts of Witches Past. And I have been working with my readers and trying to do an ARC program where I get them to beta read the book before it releases, and then they march like an army to review it at the day. And it's been really well reviewed, and I like a lot of activity there, so that's probably what I'm going to do in the future, because it's more than I've done in the past, but I haven't really found the sweet spot with finding the readers to how to engage them and ask them, hey, review my book. So it's been good.
Is there, besides that one, is there any other books that you'd like to really promote to people that they should check out as like their first one?
Well, depending on what you like, I have a fantasy adventure novel, which is the one we talked about last year. It's called Song of the Sending, and the sequel to that one is what I'm working on now. It's what's coming out next, and that's called Promise of the Scholar. So if it's fantasy adventure that you're into, sword and sorcery, then I would go for the Expatriate series. And if you like witches and ghosts, I have the Ghosts of Witches Past, which is paranormal, and it takes place in New York City like today, so it's urban fantasy. And then this weekend at Comic-Con, we're debuting a paperback of my brand new series that I'm co-writing with author Lisa Manifold, and it's shapeshifters, werewolves, urban fantasy with witches, and it's called the Omani Prophecy. And it's so far that the prophecy story is going to be a trilogy, but we already have 5 titles out. One of them is book 1, and the other ones are little prequels.
You have been really busy. Have you done anything else besides Comic-Con then and write?
Yes, I am on the board of directors of Rocky Mountain Fiction Writers, and I am the chair for the conference that happens every September, and this is my 2nd year, and we have Diana Gabaldon is going to be our keynote speaker, and Sherry Thomas and Lori Rader Day. So we have fantastic keynotes, and I also run a nonprofit, so I'm busy, and I have kids and all that, so yes.
Where do you find the time?
I don't, actually. You know what? It's a lesson in making time. We just did a writer's panel downstairs, and we talked about like finishing your novel, and like we're all busy. Everybody's got stuff, and you just have to prioritize, so every little bit.
I think you're lying. I think you have a TARDIS and you're not sharing.
Yes, I have a time turner, right? Was that what the Hermione had? No, you know what? It's like my publishing stuff and my writing. When I released my first book, it was like opening up a faucet. It kind of like gave me permission to just keep on moving, and so I wasn't hesitating and stuttering as much as I was, because I felt the momentum. I felt it, so it's good. Good stuff.
It is amazing. Now, have you found yourself having to adapt because of the internet for ways you're writing?
As far as like marketing and stuff like that, you know what? I am in the past life, I was a web designer, so I'm very online all the time. I do graphic design and stuff like that, and for my publishing business, for my author business, and I have a publishing company as well, I do all the graphics and web stuff, so I'm always out there doing marketing, and that's my passion is in marketing. So no, I don't have any challenges with that. I think that the problem is getting sucked in, because it's total rabbit hole. You know, you get on Facebook just for a minute, you know, and then 3 hours have gone by. So I have to be more structured with discipline there, because I can't be trusted.
And where can people find you online?
Everything for me is at CorinneO'Flynn.com. That's CorinneO'Flynn.com. And then everything links from there.
And is that, so basically Twitter, Facebook, and everything?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. What else is there?
Lots of stuff.
I'm in a lot of places, but I'm active on like the core. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
It's amazing how much social media there is now that you can't keep track at all with it.
No, and it's funny because every time something new pops up, like I remember when Medium popped up, and then there was another social media website called Sue, TSU, and what authors do is they run over there and like get their name, like so they get like their whole name so no one else can take it. And then you're like, oh, well, that never went anywhere. So I have accounts at all these places, but there's not enough time. There's not enough time in the day for all of it.
Yeah, well, what I laugh at is like something as big as Facebook. They're like, you need to use your actual name on your Facebook channel, but oh, we're sorry, that name's already taken. Like, obviously.
Right, you need to be like .3, like the version 5 of this name. Yeah, you know what? It's the rules and stuff gets in the way a lot of times, especially because you used to be able to start off as like Kanji no Kami, and then like they're like, oh no, you need to be you. You're like, but wait a minute, everyone else now has me. So that's tough. And then building a brand so that's one cautionary tale of building it on your own .com. Like having your own domain, having it be the place where everything funnels to. You're not building a platform on someone's rented property because they could change anytime.
Yeah, and it can get frustrating after a while.
Really frustrating. It's really frustrating, and it's what else is hard is they're monetizing so much of the social media now, so that like if you have an author page or a business page and you're trying to get YouTube videos out there, and you have a following, even if they follow you, your stuff's not getting fed to them because they want you to pay for it now. So, it's a struggle, but you just got to keep on trucking.
Exactly. And now, what would you say to kids that are looking into getting into writing, but they're like, well, I don't know if I'm good enough?
You know what? Every single writer I know feels they're not good enough. And you know what? You are good enough. And writing can be taught. And I think that if you want to write, you should write. And then once you finish something, share it with someone who is better than you at that and get advice and then improve and then improve. And then one day you'll be the one that is sought out to give someone new advice. And it's just this big chain. And, everybody has imposter syndrome.
Do you have any final words for my viewers?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Thank you for having me, and I love what I do. And if you check me out online or connect, reach out and we'll start talking about stuff.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Hope to see you next year.
Yep, thank you.
Until next time, bye.